What's up, YouTube? I'm back here today with Staccato XC. As I told you guys, Staccatos are overpriced, and that is still my opinion, but I wanted to get my hands back on a Staccato XC. Found this for a very good deal, and when I say good deal, I'm talking about around 3K. So I got it, and I will go ahead and completely transform this gun. As you guys can see, I have a bunch of parts here. This is for entertainment. This is for educational purposes. This is not, I'm not telling you to do the same. I'm not telling you to modify or upgrade your gun. And for YouTube, this is 100% for educational purposes. So I will go ahead and start doing all of this on the camera. But before I start, I ask you guys, please like, comment on this video, share this video if you can. Don't forget to subscribe because as you guys know, YouTube doesn't like when you tinker with guns. But you know, I know a lot of people would like to know how it's done, and I'm here to show you guys. So I'm gonna go ahead and start doing it. Talk to you guys along the process. And if you have any questions, leave them in the comments down below. So we will start by taking the slide out of the gun. Now I will take the guide rod out and the barrel, and I will put them aside. So here you can see the XC barrel. Comp is a little bit dirty, but I'll deal with it later. Put it on the side. Here is the XC slide. Now I'm gonna go and disassemble the lower of the gun. Remove these grip screws. Both sides. Now I'm gonna remove the grip bushing. I'm gonna go for this guy here. Let me find the correct Allen key. I may have to hold it on the other side. There you go. Now that we remove this screw and this screw, we can remove the grip. Here's the grip module. And you could replace and reuse your mainspring housing and everything else. But the only thing I'm gonna need here, so let me put the frame. This is the frame. Let me put it aside. I will remove this pin. Remove this mag well. Mainspring housing, because I will need the mainspring housing guts. So let me go ahead, put it over here. Grab another punch. Take this pin out. Here's our mainspring guts, mainspring housing guts, which we will transfer to the Atlas mainspring housing. This guy goes first, spring. All right, that's in there. Let's put it back in our grip here, or actually take it out. Grip is ready to go. So what we're gonna do now is set this stuff aside. Now we're gonna work on the frame. And what I'm gonna do is safeties, wiggling it, see if it comes out. If it doesn't, then we use some kind of like pry tool, which I have a plastic one here so I don't damage the frame. Just put it in there. You start prying it just a little bit. Yep, coming out. One of the safeties, other one is here. Take this grip safety, and now pins this one and this one. Now we have our hammer over here and our disconnector ends here, which are all very dirty. I'm gonna go ahead and clean this a little bit. From this assembly, we will use this little pin, so I'll try to take it out. I can come back here. We're not gonna use these either, so I'm gonna set them aside. Here's the pin that we need for the hammer. I'm gonna go open this EGW kit, grab the hammer, grab this hammer strut, put that pin back in there. All right, now back to the vise. It's in there, ready to go. So this one is set. Sear and disconnector, that's how they go together. And we're gonna go ahead, pop them in there. Okay, first spin. You just need to adjust sear and disconnector so they all go together. All right, it is in there. Seems to be fine. Now this guy goes in here. Drive the pin. Okay, perfect. Now we're going to grab our grip. Put it in there. Make sure it's all tight. Yep, it looks good. Go ahead and put one bushing here. One screw. Get that set in there so I can continue doing what I need to do. And I can check for function. So that one is in there. Good. Now what I'm going to do is sear spring. I don't care about safety because we're going to have a pin safety. Let's do a little bending, see if this is going to work. Put that sear spring in there. And what I'm going to do here is I'm going to put the mainspring housing in there. Okay, so it's not locking the hammer, which means this is going to give us hammer follow, or it's not going to work at all. I'm going to take it out. Bend this forward a little. Maybe now it works. We're going to try again. Not catching on the sear yet. Okay, now it is. Okay, so we're going to put that in there. All the way. And put the pin just so we can test it. I'm just going to put my finger in here so I don't strike the frame. Here's the take-up. Seems to be a little heavy, but we will reassemble the top end of the gun, and then we can do some dry firing to verify everything. Lock it in place. See how heavy this trigger is. Zeroed out. It's about 4.5 pounds, so we're going to do some work on it. Make sure it's nice and light before we reassemble the whole gun. So we're going to take this pin out. Okay, so after a lot of back and forth, we are at 2.5 pounds. Very small take up, break, very short reset. Gun fuse very smooth. Now I can reassemble everything else. So I'll take the slide out again, set it aside, put the other bushing in there. All right, grips back in there. Let's put our slide back in. Or actually, before we put the slide in, now what we got to do is take this pin out, slide this down just a tad bit, grab our grip safety, put it in there, make sure it fits, slide this guy back in, make sure it's all lined up. Grab the right side safety, put it in there. It should hold your grip safety in place. Now grab your left side, cock the hammer, push the plunger as you push the safety in. So push the plunger. Now you start wiggling the safety, got in there. Do some function testing. Let's put the slide back in place. Before I put the slide in, I'm just gonna apply some lube here and here, and a drop at the disconnector. Safeties work. All right, ready to go.